Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the kingdom. I am the Paper King, and today we're gonna play Ker Nethalas into the Midnight Throne. To be fair, we are not gonna play tonight. We are gonna talk a little bit about why I'm here, what is the channel being created, what is gonna happen, what we're gonna do with Ker Nethalas, and what we're gonna do in the future. You see a bit of a mess on the table with dice, with this dashboard. Where are we gonna put the enemies with the HP of the enemies, which is fantastic because that's something happens with the solo games because it's basically pen, paper, and books normally. Then they don't have anything else, so you need to create that. Like I have this to keep track of our turn, enemy turn, so many dice. I have these chunky dice. I will tell you later why I have that chunky dice. I have like eights here, but we're gonna go into deep tonight because as I say, this is a introduction for myself, and also it's an introduction for what is gonna happen in this channel. It's this like just created YouTube channel. So my idea is basically play single solo role play games and also some board games, but really specific ones. For instance, it's something that comes to mind, and I can see from here is Escape the Dark Sector or Escape the Dark Castle. Maybe mini Rogue, really things like that. Like solo games, pretty much. But I would like to focus mostly in solo role play games. Of course, I have inspirations on other channels like the Long Adventure or with Aqua's Bane, because we all have people we like, people who we follow. But yeah, the inspiration comes from that. As you can see, I have a strong accent. I'm Spanish originally. I've been living in England for I don't know 20, not 20 years, 15 years, 14 years, but yeah, long time. Then I was thinking about maybe I should do the videos in Spanish, maybe I should do the videos in English, and I decided to do it in English because basically the community of these kind of games is the majority is an English speaker community. So that's why I decided to do it in English. And also, why not? Why not? There's nothing to stop me. So there we go. So things we're gonna do today. We're gonna talk about Ker Nethalas, and we're gonna create character. Um, Ker Nethalas is a dark fantasy game, solo game. Of course, even if you can play co-op, and it says on the cover. It's a game from Black Oath Entertainment, created by LST, which is I believe is Spanish. At least he's able to speak Spanish, and he sounds Spanish to me, but I never asked him. He's a Spanish guy who is a really prolific writer of these kind of games. To be fair, I only play this one. I play a lot of hours of Ker Nethalas, but I didn't try the other ones. I have a few. I have Broken Swords and I have Sacrifice, and I have the new one with. To be honest, I don't remember the name, and I'm planning to buy Across Thousand Dead Walls. But for the moment and the time I'm recording this video, I've Ker Nethalas, Sacrifice, and Broken Swords. But the only one I play is Ker Nethalas. But yeah, great guy, fantastic, fantastic work behind him, and also very helpful and very involved with the community, which is always appreciative for the gamers. And then let me talk about myself a little bit. I've been playing solo games for over a year, probably 1 year and a half, almost 2 years. And I started for Four Against Darkness. I have a huge collection of Four Against Darkness. And then I jump into 2D6 dungeon and the 100 dungeon. And then finally, the last one, I discovered Ker Nethalas. And to be fair, it's my favorite game of all of them. Even I enjoy every single one. But Ker Nethalas is at the top of the podium. And yeah, at the moment is the one who, you know, in my heart. You like poetic. I don't know. I think it's enough for chitty chatty, and then we can start to create the character. I have the core book. I have the first issue, the first sign or scene. I don't know how to pronounce that. And I'm gonna remove the books, and I'm gonna go into digital, into tablet, because I do also have the second sign, which is not yet released, but for the Patreons, we already have it. And I asked Alex for his permission, and he told me, yes, go ahead, you can use it on your gameplay. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use the second sign as well. And then, yeah, because I don't have that yet, because it's not a physical release, we cannot buy it on Amazon or whatever, or drive through RPG, wherever you buy your stuff. You cannot buy it yet, but I have it. And I've been authorized and I've been say, yes, you can use it. So I'm gonna use it. Before I forget, two things. We're gonna use the 2d6 dungeon rune generation because I'm not good on a good drawing, and the runes in Ker Nethalas are a bit difficult to draw. And because my skills are none to zero, I'm gonna do, the way the 2d6 does it with the X, the eyes, and the doors. I think it's a great system, and you only do squares and rectangles, and that makes my life easier by a mile. And then I have the chunky dice, as you can see, is all about doors. What I'm gonna do is when I have to instead of like doing the way you do it on Ker Nethalas and do roll a d20 or plus 12 is there is a door or whatever. Well, I'm gonna roll these dice, and then you have one side which is trap door. You have one open and one secret door. With secret and open, I'm gonna say both of them are open. I could use the secret like in my favor if I need the secret door somewhere, but in a 90% of the time, I'm gonna use it like an open door. Then I have a no door, it's basically it's like a corridor. A corridor like halfway, you don't there is no door, you can just go through. Then we have reinforce and lock, which basically it will be just lock doors, both of them. And I'll say one is trap, which is obviously lock, but also trap. So instead of doing four numbers, we're just gonna do the chunky, and then it will be look open door. That's one difference, and then we're gonna use this to track the HP of the enemies. I have the cars of the enemies. Okay, so we're gonna use the cars. We can use the book as well. So the picture of the thing, but mostly we're gonna use the cards. And then I have this, which is, if I don't remember wrongly, the Dragon Bane stand this. So just to track who is attacking, who is defending. So I'm attacking, the enemies is attacking, blah blah blah. And I think that's all about it. We will use, or I will use, two different size of dice. Mine will be red, and it will be this bloody dice. Yeah, I think that's all about it, to be fair. So we're gonna start to create the character. And the way we're gonna do it, we're gonna go to Ker Nethalas. And here I say have Ruthless Heavens Boundless Fate. That's the new game Alex released. I didn't play it, so I can't really tell you how good it is. But if I had to bet money on one content creator, I would say Alex is one of the best. Let's name our character. We're gonna call it Lon Bane. Talking about the reference of the long adventure of the Itaqua's Vein. When I call it Long Vein. Level 1, speak nothing at the moment, and then we're gonna go for it. So we're gonna determine our attributes, and we need a d6. It's gonna be this red die. 4 health. It's gonna be 10 health, which is not a lot, but to be honest, health is the last we need. So 2d6 plus 10. Talk, toughness is 14. Toughness. You're really tough. Toughness. Yeah, toughness. Sometimes, with these words you don't use in your in daily basis. Sometimes you, as a non-native speaker, sometimes you like you pronounce that this way, you pronounce that the other way. But definitely, I would say toughness. Ether. Ether is 1d6 plus 8, so 11. It's a big, yeah, not great, like I would say. And then sanity is 5 plus 8, so 5 sanity 8, yeah, 14. And then magic resistance 20. Sorry, we don't have any damage modified yet. And then exhaustion will be 0 for and resistance 0 as well. We have to pick up masteries now, but then we're gonna do the skills. Our skills basically is thing on Dungeons and Dragons, pretty much the same. We use it for everything. Like when you need to do a check, then you use your skills. Combat wise, you do it with your the kind of weapon you choose, and then you go for it. You do rolls, and then you need to. This is like Dragonbane. Dragonbane is the one who comes to mind when I need to compare because it's one of the games I actually play. And so you need to be lower than your skill. So this is the game when you roll it's the same Dragonbane. When you roll the d20, the 20 is the bad one, and the 1 is the good one. So you need to roll below your skill, not above your skill. So 60 to 1 weapon skill. So in my case, because I already know I'm gonna pick up the Bastard Sword, I'm gonna do 60 for the blade weapon, 42 another 1 weapon skills. I would say bludgeoning weapons 40, and then 30 to 3 skills. One is gonna be perception, which is gonna be 50 because it has the 20 already. And then dodge, which is gonna be 40, and then I would say thievery. Thievery, yes, it's gonna be 30 thievery to open doors. And then we have 20 for free skills. So resolve is gonna be 10. So we need to another 10. So unarmed is gonna be 20 here. And then 20 is gonna be scavenge, athletic, and acrobatics. Because athletics has plus 10, so it's gonna be 30. Athletics because if we cannot open the door using the lockpicks, we need to basically bash into it, destroy the door, and then we need to use athletics. And then so 20 to 3 skills, and then 10 to 4 skills, which is gonna be endurance, medicine, just in case we need to decide which kind of potion we have, reason, stealth, and then soft weapons. We have absolutely nothing. All right, so that's basically our skills. Our main weapon is gonna be a blade weapon, which is gonna be a bastard sword. Letting you know for now, so you're already aware. What is it gonna be? We're gonna pick up two masteries now. I already went into the masteries and kind of decide already ish what kind of masteries we're gonna have. We're gonna hear. And then I already highlighted a few of them. And one is gonna be definitely the one we use to increase. Did I? Maybe I didn't. Think I did. I think yes, I did. So enemies attacking you always have fair -10 to the combat skill, which can be helpful. Can be helpful, but I'm gonna kind of pass at the moment. Tracker, scavenge, and perception checks. You have advantage. We're gonna beat definitely tracker. Pretty much because well, scavenge we don't have a lot, so we could use the advantage to do the scavenging. It will be helpful, but mostly because the perception is what you use to to have initiative to go first on combat, which is obviously a big deal here. So we're gonna do that tracker, and then the passive one is level 1 or tier 1 is when you do successful 7 check equal 1 cooking ingredients. Yeah, so that's one tracker. You when you start to to level up and stuff, then there's different tiers and then different stuff. But for the moment, that's what we know. And then we can do this. Where do you train? Two in the trackers file. And then we have here in notes. We do trackers. This is just for flavor. Realistically, it doesn't have any impact on the game. The Trackers Guild is a renowned organization dedicated to training individuals in the art of trekking, trap setting, and evasion. Members of the Guild undergo rigorous training in wilderness survival, developing keen sense and acute understanding on animal behavior. They master the art of tracking, deciphering, whatever, footprints, signs, and clues left behind by both human and creature alike. So let's say it's only for flavor. Okay, it doesn't have any impact on the gameplay, but it's always nice. And then we're gonna use Umbra Phantom, which is basically what they give me is 5 extra sanity. We go all the way to 19, which is good. And mostly we have magic resistance of 30, which is not huge, but it's a big improvement compared with the 20. That's magic resistance tracker. We have advantage, but trying to remember that to be honest. We'll see. Then let me tracker. You're a master of stealth, survival, and trap detection, using your keen senses and knowledge of the wilderness to navigate treacherous terrains of the necropolis and hunt down elusive targets. You have advantage on all the stuff. Yeah. And then Umbra Phantom, you are one with the shadows, and darkness is your domain. The necropolis might be daunting and full of terror for others, but you feel at home. Perennial darkness wrap as a mantle around your shoulders. So yeah, pretty much magic resistance is an important thing in this game. You when you never play before, you don't know that, and then you find out like there is some enemies who basically destroy you with magic, and you have 20 change your abilities on magic resistance, and you just eat damage, eat damage, eat damage one time and another and another. And then one standard action, there is no passive. So tier one is basically you can see in the most absolute darkness, and it's where broad the light. You no longer need a light source. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna spend 5 ether, and we don't need light source. So we don't need the lamp. We don't need to do an action to put the lamp on the floor and then attack the enemy. So evolve, go through our beautiful necropolis. Now we spend 5 ether. We don't really have magic properly. We don't really have a lot of magic anywhere. So we just spend that, and then we don't need a light source, which is absolutely great, and it's sustained. So I presume is pretty much is the whole dungeon. And then here we did the Twilight Brotherhood, which is a fantastic name, I have to say. An ancient and enigmatic order, the Twilight Brotherhood specializes in training shadow masters. Stealthy? I think that's how you pronounce it. Stealthy rogues and assassins who harness the power of darkness and shadows. Initiates undertake rigorous training in shadow manipulation, illusion, and the art of concealment. They learn to blend externally with the darkness, becoming one with the shadows and striking their target from the veil of obscurity. Wow. So that's our two masteries. This is another one I pretty much highlight to pick it up, but I decided not to. So after we do that, what we're gonna do, we're not gonna do the first thing. What we're gonna go is all the way the last page, or the basically the page before the index. He says here further runes, and that's what we start. Yes, yes, yes. So we're gonna do. This is here, I believe. Yes. So backpack. We're gonna, because we don't need anything, the light source, because we have the Umbra and a C. Even though sometimes I say Spanish things because when the place I work is still a lot, not a lot, but some Spanish people, so sometimes I speak Spanglish. So sometimes it's like, what is he talking about? There we go. So one torch here. Then D10, which is this one. D10, cookie supplies. We're not starting very well, I have to say. 2. Then D10 plus 5, 7, another 2. Crafting supplies, which is not going well. D20, 18 points, which is something. But it's not going great, I have to say. And then we're gonna go for 1 random armor. Here, here. For the one first, I need the random armor, which is somewhere here. Random weapon, random mastery, random armor. So D20, 19. So seal. Interesting. Seal. So we're gonna put that in the offhand. Yeah. In the offhand, we put a seal. Okay. And the seal should be here in the armor bit. Seal. Okay, seal. Still is not anywhere really. So it's parry bonus. You give me parry bonus. Okay. Integrity 6. The thing is integrity 6, so 26, 1. Huh. I'm gonna put here seal in the armor bit. I don't really know how the seal works properly because I never had one, if I'm honest. But I guess we just add parry plus 5. And now we're gonna jump quickly to the second sign. How fantastic it is. Not gonna show you much of that when we're gonna play, but we're gonna. No, I'm very sorry. It's not the second time. I'm just excited, kind of excited to show it. This is the first time. And then we're gonna use the version of. We're gonna go down now. But first, Basta Sword. Which is Lasino Piercing. Whatever I prefer, really. And then we're gonna go here. I already choose 2 merits, which is Eagle Eye. You have improved chances of spotting hidden objects on enemy, plus 10 perception, which is 60 already. Right, 60 perception. We're gonna put it here as Eagle Eye, and then Natural Healer. So basically, when what it says the natural healer is your injuries seem to heal faster, recovering D6 toughness after combat instead of D4. So here, see, this is recovery instead of D4. And then in flaws, fragile mind. You roll D4 plus 8 for your starting sanity instead of D6 plus 8. So this we are late. 11, 11. It was 11 originally. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. We're gonna go to Umbra. Umbra. Phantom. Plus 5 sanity. So 16 in total, not 19. 16, 16. 16 in total. Then we'll go back. Very useful to be like this, to be honest. Fragile. I'm just gonna X fragile mine. Done. Sanity, all done. Then here, Buster 4, Call the Crowd. Thing we're done. What we're gonna do, just for flavor as well, is we're gonna who, where, we. We're not gonna start like a commoner, but just for curiosity, 7. We were outlaw, highwayman, outlaw, highwayman. You engage in criminal activities such as robbery or theft, often operating on highways or remote areas. So that what we were, a commoner, but as I say, we're not gonna start with the commoner issues. Then we jump back here. First thing first, we're gonna know. So welcome to Ker Nethalas, Into the Midnight Throne, a single-player dungeon crawler set in a endless necropolis. With the help of this book, you'll tell the story of your character, who after miraculously surviving an execution, wakes up and to realize that their problems have just begun, and that their fates worse than death. So we go here. Before you even open your eyes, a wave of nauseating stench hit you. Nausea, immediately causing you to heave the bitter taste of bile in your mouth. Your whole body hurts, and you can feel an intense burning around your neck. With some hesitation, you manage to sit up from the pile of soft refuse you appear to be lying on top of. To your horror, you quickly discover that this is not garbage, but a pile of decaying human corpses. Bloody faces and sunken eyes stare blankly at you, illuminated by a single ray of sunlight coming from very high above your head. Blood of memories comes rushing back. You were executed. There's a little bit more, but we're gonna leave it there. And then, which crime did we commit? This is a D8. Six. Six, six, six. So, six murder. I guess makes sense, kind of, because we were outlaw highwaymen, so obviously it can happen murder. The intentional killing of another person, which could be motivated by various factors such as revenge, personal dispute, or criminal activities. So let's say, ooh, give me 2 seconds, because believe it or not, I'm running out of battery in the computer. It'll literally take me 2 seconds. So for role playing, for again to be more like in the role gaming instead of the done. So more for role gaming, more like a straightforward dungeon crawl. We could say, we're part of the big family, kind of rich, maybe loyal family, and then something happened. We didn't get along with our father. I think he wanted to send us to war, some stupid war we didn't agree on, and then we leave our house, join a troop of like highwaymen, like thieves, these kind of people, and then in one night we were like trying to rob let's say a Dutch, the house of the Dutch, and then something goes really, really badly, and then we have to kill the wife of the Dutch. And even if we try to run away, we were, you know, catch by the guards of the city, and then we were hung and executed. But instead of dying, we ended up in the necropolis of Ker Nethalas. Just to give like it was D20 with the D8. It kind of fits, to be honest, the outlaw highwayman thing. So we stick to that. And then when we have done that, we can go and we have our shore. We need to know what is the skills of our shore. Where are we? 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 Weapon traits. Where are our weapons? We need the weapons. So the Bastard Sword is versatile, and it's sparring. And then versatile is we will do with 2 hands, so totally irrelevant. Sparring plus 10. And it was how much? It was the parry. Five extra, right? So 15 defense combat skills. Fantastic. So that's it about the because I was 5 in the Eagle Eye. I believe it was 5 extra in parrying. I'm not completely sure, but I believe so. So now, next thing we're gonna do is choose the overseer influence, and then if I can turn around, the last thing we're missing is to set up some goals, personal goals, which is God knows where. We will find it here, 112. And again, I have chosen already Bloody Weapon Master. Master Sword is a blade weapon, by the way. Is defeat 50 opponents. But fine. And then Overseer, Overthrown, which is basically defeat the Overseer we're gonna face. And that's it, to be honest with you. I don't know if we start with XP. I don't think so. As far as I remember, we don't start with anything. On the main hand, Bast Star. Or I don't think so. We don't have any bell, unfortunately. The torch is there. We're gonna put a seal here. At the seal, it was +5 parrying. It's true. True. Put it there. Okay, so I think that's it, to be honest with you. And then, as I say, we're gonna pick out an overseer. This is the overseer cards. And our overseer is the Saint of Crows. No, but this is the expansion. I'm not gonna play with expansions because it's a bit harder for our level 1, to be fair. So let's try again. The false prophet, I believe, again. Yeah, it's for the for the codes. Okay. 100% of the expansion overseers. Pyroclastic possessor. Okay. We're gonna go for this one. The pyroclastic possessor. All right. That's one. We're not gonna go much health 10th, which is not too much. We're gonna leave it here and in the corner, and then we're gonna look for the overseer influence, which is also cards. Oof, it's a long one. Each time the creature deals 3 plus damage on a single attack, the target must make a tenacity check or lose 1 sanity. Okay, corrupt them. It could be worse. We have it here, so we have it next to us. We can check. That's fine. It could be worse. Don't mind the corrupting one, to be honest with you. And then we're gonna go to the second sign. Because I'm not sure if something here I want to use straight away. I don't think so. Yeah, no, this is pretty much the second sign. Just spoiler here is pretty much all the fumbles. And you know, when you roll doubles, before there was no real impact on the game. You roll doubles on athletics. Okay, you tick the square to try to level up, but that's pretty much it. So now every one of them they have effect, which is great. Sorry. I know it's the first video, so you need to forgive me. There was a bit of an incident here with the battery run out because it wasn't properly connected, first time. You need to, as I say, you need to forgive me. So I was saying the second scene, whatever you pronounce it, is basically a lot of nice stuff, but like just extra rules to add and to make the games even better. Which is defensive creature defensive move, creatures defense fumbles, and then this thing whenever you roll a d20, looking for the combat encounter, then they have a special skill, which is great. So the second sign we're gonna use is for that mostly to add the extra rules to make it better. But yeah, pretty much pretty much it today. We're gonna wrap up the video after we created the first character for Ker Nethalas, which is called Long Bane, like a reference of the Long Adventure and Itaqua's Bane. Yeah, hopefully you enjoy the gameplay. I'm gonna jump into it in this video pretty much. Not gonna explain the rules or anything. I'm just gonna go for it. Hopefully you enjoy. You can subscribe, give like to the video, and then we see each other in the future. Hopefully, really soon actually, because obviously I'm very excited to start the gameplay of Ker Nethalas. So a pleasure. Thanks for stumbling around. See you soon. Bye.